dearie. It's good that you finally woke up. Thank you so much for helping me out back there when those soldiers were approaching. You are an amazing little person. I'm just gonna... Your hair is a little bit... Let me just move it out of the way. I would be dead if it wasn't for you and your rescue. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Thank you for that. Where are we? Well, we're in a small cave that I was able to find. This is my swamp. This is where I live. Not really a cave. It's my little hovel, and I have my little fireplace back here. May I light a fire for you? Wonderful. I will do that. Right here. Well, you see, I'm just... I mean, as you could tell. Are you all right? So you had a couple injuries and you were exhausted, so I took you here, rehydrated you a little bit. Do you remember that? Do you remember drinking? Do you remember eating a little bit? Okay. I think you had a nasty little bump to the head. Do you remember passing out at all? No. Okay. Yes, of course, a lot of us have little birds. They're very good for sending out to scout, or making sounds, saying things that distract and confuse the enemy. A lot of us here in the swamps, we have them. You didn't know? No, there's a number of swamp dwellers in this area. I think when people think of Luna Guatala, they think of Bukes and maybe some beach eggs and Red Track City and some of these other places. But I mean, it's 2 whole planets. It's a planetary twin planet system. There's bound to be many, many, many different people here, right? Oh, you're so young. Well, when you get to be 82 like me, you will learn there are many, many secret places. Oh, you don't believe me? Well, it's the truth. No, I'm not a bitch. Oh, you're just saying that's what they would call me. Well, they would call me that for the contamination. But yonder is no contamination. He is my friend. My invisible friend. Well, let me take a little closer look at your head. So the head wound, I stitched it up. Because then, of course, normally we don't want to do stitches. We don't want to do stitches for most things. We want them to be able to... Well, thank you for that kiss. I appreciate that. Did you hear that? She kissed my mouth. Thank you. Kissing my nose now. I'm going to have to change my gloves. Alright, let me just change this glove out here. That's enough, Ginger. Come on. Alright, let me change my gloves. Here we go. Let me just look at this head wound here. So, normally we don't put stitches on everything, but when something won't stop bleeding, it's a good idea for approximation. Wound approximation, we'll do a couple staples. Let the rest heal itself, because stitches can lock infection in, so we don't just stitch everything anymore. So I'm happy with how that's staying. I'm pleased with that. So, would you like to know how I stay healthy and young? Well, that's a secret. certain combinations of light have different effects on the body. And I do that regularly as well. But you can't hide age, really. And there's nothing to be done about an old voice, of course. Alright, so do you remember a period of unconsciousness when you were hit in the head? You're having some memory issues? Okay. That is to be expected. Can you go ahead and follow my fingers? Perfect. Excellent. Does this feel the same on both sides? Both sides of your face. Here, here, and here. Okay. Can you do me a favor? Can you open your mouth, look at the light, and say, ah? Yeah, just look at the light here. Perfect. Okay. And then can you just follow this light with your eyes? Right, on the other side. Alright, now just look at me and don't move your eyes at all. Okay. Perfect. Alright. 3, 4. Can you hear this on this side? Alright, tell me from how far away you start to hear it. Perfect. Same thing on this side. Tell me from how far away you start to hear it. Perfect. Alright. Can you go ahead and smile? Wrinkle your forehead. I blow out your cheeks like this. Perfect. That's lovely. Make a kissy face. Excellent. Very, very well done. Very, very well done. That's good. Alright, now, let's see, what should we check next? Let me just look over here. I have a little book. I have a little books for everything that help me keep track. So, because I do have periods of forgetfulness, of course. As many people do. I've always had that, though. That's not age-related. Poor thing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let me have you shrug your shoulders against my hands. Perfect. And then let me have you stick your tongue out and move it from side to side. Excellent. That's perfect. Alright, I'm just going to check and make sure there's no bleeding or anything from your ears, alright? I managed to score a couple medical equipment during that little raid. Of course. No, I steal from the Groen all the time. I figure they're robbing everyone else of their freedom. It's alright if I steal from them a little bit, but no, I'm not Felsi, and I don't want to live in a refugee camp or a fort. That's not something that I'm interested in, you know. It's just not. It's not what I want with my life. There's another thing that I've stolen from the Groen that I'd like to go over together with you. But first, let's look at your ears. This is battery but rechargeable. Works perfectly with my generator here. So, do you remember I'm sure you were stationed at Fort Jail at some point, is that correct? Well, then you remember Dr. Patty Loyman, right? Dr. Patty Loyman taught me a little bit. A little bit. Alrighty. Let's take a look. Let's make sure the light is on. Perfect. So that pleases me. Let's look at the other ear. Here's I could help clean them out a little bit if you like, if you're not too tired. Yes, I know a little bit about that. But first, let's go over this. This is a little medical pamphlet that I stole for humans like yourself and myself. Excuse me. Of course. Well, my dear, you never want to underestimate the power of a good lockpick. Alright. Let us evaluate. So your level of consciousness is improving. Do you have any double vision? No. Okay. You haven't vomited yet. And then I haven't observed any seizures while you've been lying here. Do you feel any weakness or tingling in your arms or legs? Do you have a headache? A little bit. Is it severe? You wouldn't say so. Is it worsening? No, it's a little bit. Let's check for weakness. Let me have you squeeze my fingers as hard as you can. Perfect. And then let me have you push my hands out. And then in. And then up. And down. You're very strong. And then let me have you lift your knee. And lift your other knee. Can we do this one again? Oh, that's the one with the injury. Let me check the bandage for a little bit. It just hurts to lift, but you can do it. Alright, go ahead and show. Perfect. Okay. Bandage looks good. And there doesn't appear to be any bleeding anymore. Looks like you didn't have arterial, it just needed to be covered up a little bit. You have to kick your knee out. And then kick it out again. Perfect. Lift up your toe. Wonderful. Excellent, excellent. Well then. Well then. Of course. Let us proceed with this. So, can you tell me what you remember of the incident? Of course. And of course you were last with me, rescuing me. I appreciate that. Yes, it is my own fault a little bit. I am a bit of a thief, and that affects what happens. At the time of the injury, you were not lying motionless on the ground, but you appeared a little bit dizzy. You were a little slow to get up after the blow, and you've been a little bit confused, but you didn't have a blank or vacant look. Balance difficulties, stumbling, no, none of that, or slow movements. Facial injury, your face looks lovely. You have a lovely face. And otherwise negative, so you could have a little concussion. There was a blunt object There was a blow to the head. Did you feel a blast wave? No, there was no explosion. Correct. There was no explosion. Alright. Alright. So then the next question is altered level of consciousness. And there was. You were a little dazed and confused. That coward got right up behind you. But he said so. Was there any loss of consciousness? You didn't really black out, but you seemed to not quite remember everything since coming here. I think that might have been due to the exhaustion, but you don't. There is some post-traumatic amnesia, really. So, a little bit, yes. And then you still have a headache. Any dizziness? A little bit of memory issue. A little bit. No balance issues. I've not seen you walk with issues. A little bit of nausea? No. Alright. Do you feel a little bit irritable? That's alright. Visual disturbances. Is your vision blurry? A little bit here and there. Any ringing in your ears? A little bit. I'm sorry to hear that. That's never enjoyable. Have you had a concussion before? Of course, a lot of you soldiers have. Alright, so let us continue our evaluation. Can you tell me what month it is? Can you tell me what is the date or the day of the revolutions around our planet and its sun? Perfect. Can you tell me the day of the shortened period? Good. And then can you tell me what revolution this is for Unaguatala around the sun? Excellent. What time do you think it is? Okay. Alright. I'm going to test your memory. I'll read you a list of words, and when I'm done, repeat back to me as many words as you can remember in any order. Jacket, arrow, pepper, cotton, wool. Go ahead. Excellent. Alright, I'm going to repeat that list again. Repeat back to me as many words you can remember in any order, even if I said them before. Jacket, arrow, pepper, cotton, and movie. Perfect. And one more time. Jacket, arrow, pepper, cotton, and movie. Excellent, very well done. Well, your speech is fluent. You're not stuttering. You don't seem to have any word finding difficulty. Your grip strength was excellent. Can I have you stand, eyes closed, arms extended forward, parallel to the ground with palms up? Close your eyes for a moment. Excellent. Good. Can I have you do like this? And then like this. And like this. Perfect. Good. Let me have you flap your feet. Good. Can you take your ankle and run it up and down your shin? So ankle of one foot. And then touch the shin of the other leg. And run it from your knee down. Perfect. Other side as well. Very good, very good. Okay. I'd like to see you stand on one leg. We'll do that. Can you go ahead and stand on one leg now for me? Excellent, excellent. Okay. All of these other things we've already checked. Concentration. Let's check your concentration. So I'm going to read you a string of numbers. When I'm finished, repeat them back to me backward. That is in the reverse order of how I read them to you. For example, if I say 719, you would say 917. Right? Excellent. So that would be 493. Great. 3814. Great. 62971. Good. 718463. Good. Alright. And then that is perfect. Alright. Now, tell me the months of the year in reverse order. That's the revolution around Luna Guatala. Tell me the time periods in reverse order all the way. Go ahead. Excellent, excellent. Alright, now, do you remember that list of words I read a few minutes earlier? I'd like you to tell me as many words from that list as you can remember. You can say them in any order. Almost. Keep trying. Good. Good. Very good. Alright. Well, let's see. Let's see what this says. Would you rate your headache from 1 to 10 for me? And your nausea? How foggy are you feeling? Perfect. Okay. Let's see. This says hold a fingertip 3 feet. I'm not a physician in these. Obviously, I took these things. I've learned what I can from Dr. Loyland, but let's see. Focus on fingertip target. Oh, we already did this. And we did this as well. And you did just fine, I remember that. Alright. 1.5 feet. Alright. Oh. Can I have you move your fingers, your eyes as quickly as possible back and forth? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Oh, we're trying to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's perfect. Alright. Oh, and we did this also watching the nose go all the way into your nose. And again, all the way into your nose. And again, all the way into your nose. We did all this already. Okay. Alright. I want you to keep looking at my fingers, but rotate your head and tell me if that makes you dizzy or nauseous. Yeah, all of this is to see how dizzy or nauseous or bad it makes your headache. And same thing. Do it again. Roll your head all around, but looking at my finger. All the way around. And again, all the way around. Alright. And then vertically, they say 20 degrees up. Alright, move your head look at my fingers, move your head up and down, and again, up and down, up and down, and up and down, and up and down. That's good. Alright. Now, I want you to look at my face and then look at your thumb. I'm going to move my face around a little bit. I'm going to move around behind your thumb. You just keep looking at your thumb. Just keep looking at your thumb. Keep looking at your thumb. Alright. Now rotate your head, eyes and trunk like this. 80 degrees to the left. 80 degrees to the right. Continually looking at your thumb right in front of you. 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Excellent. Alright. And you want to, how much dizzy did that make you? What number would you put it at? I see. Okay. So we record all of that here on this. Record your numbers that you gave me. And how much, if that made you dizzy, or dizzier or foggier. A little bit, yes, because of the numbers that we got. We just record the numbers that you gave me. I remember them, of course. Alright, so we have a little bit. Let's see, let's put it together. We did your neurological, your symptoms, your history, and then of course that little test there at the end. And it does look like you have a little bit of concussion. So we're going to need 24-hour rest in the dark with no light. You can listen to something in headphones if you like, maybe some nice ASMR, but otherwise you need to stay in the dark, alright? Just rest and sleep. That's what you need to do. And then reevaluate at 24 hours, and then have you rest probably 5 days. That's not acceptable. We can send a message back to your command that you need to be on rest. Look, I know that you have work to do and so forth, but it's going to be difficult to function on your future missions if you don't take this period to rest. I understand that, but well, give me 24 hours. Rest for 24 hours in the dark, and then we'll see how we go from there. Alright. Let me have you go back to sleep, and we'll talk again in the morning. It's going to be alright. Of course they need you for your... But you're not on a mission right now, right? You just saw me and decided to help. The grove would find you here. My swamp is well protected. I can tell you that. No one will be able to find you. So I will help you find your way out in the morning. And then you can do the rest of your concussion rest with them. Alright. This is Lil.